It's 1-1 in the series.
Yep.
Any one of us who watched the match can give us a summary.
Who was that?
Whoever watched it, we were busy non-stop, 9.5 hours of IPL auction. But having said that, I won't lie that we did have the match on, and I was constantly, like a lot of us, were keeping a tab.
So
And then once the auction got over, we then focused a bit more on the match. So it's not that we haven't watched it.
yeah.
But which one of us amongst the four that sit here, who's watched the majority of the game, please?
If I can go ahead with it. So it's 1-1 with India putting up a very under par 211. It was primarily boosted by Sai Sudarshan's second consecutive 50, and it was not an easy wicket to bat on. There was spongy bounce, there was a lot of early movement in that sense.
No, it was not just fun. It felt, honestly, when I was watching it initially, it did feel like test match conditions.
Yeah.
And to be fair to South Africa, it's not that the test match conditions were only there when India were batting. Even when South Africa came out to bat, they were test match like conditions. So anyone who looks at the total and says India got 211, which is again a below par total, I'll concede, because this was a ground which should have got 250, 260 would have been a good total on this pitch. 211 is a bit low, but it was also not very easy condition, very seam friendly test match like, and I'll tell you why it is like that in Berha, whatever, which is the erstwhile Port Elizabeth, St. George's Park. Why it is like that is because they have that easterly and westerly winds that come. One from the ocean, one from the hills. Because you have all of that. So, different times of the day you get different winds and it helps fast bowlers. So, which is why you get test match conditions. So, you have to be slightly soft on the Indian, not completely absolve them of their performance today. I think they're below par. We'll talk about that in detail. But overall, they want easy conditions to bat on.
You know what, today's pitch, again, we could only see so much, and whatever little we could see, but I did manage to, read a little bit about the track. This track reminds me exactly a month back, the track that we were playing the World Cup final on.
No.
Two pace to begin with. Some balls were keeping very low over here in the first innings.
That was a dry pitch. Was really
this
bad.
one again.
This was like the ball was moving.
The ball was also staying very low in the first innings, and you see second innings again progressively got easier to bat on.
But the final pitch wasn't two pace pounce or anything. The issue was it wasn't coming onto the bat. No. Here the ball was doing
it was a clear day-night difference.
Second innings it was. You see?
No. Again, second inning just for the first few overs because of the new ball it was moving. Here, by the way, we'll get second innings batting was also South Africa was very tough. You will show me, Shashwat will show me Toni de Zorzi, whatever, getting 100 and Reza Hendrick getting a half century. We'll talk about it. But if there was a day that these players should go and buy a lottery ticket, it was today, the 19th of December, because the amount of play and misses that these guys had, and a couple of drop catches also, the amount of play and misses that they had, they clearly, if they bought a lottery ticket, they would have won.
See, the thing is, in Ahmedabad, what happened was, it was black soil, it always became easier to bat under lights. Here, it did not get any easier under the lights also because it was sticky bounce. And the amount of movement Arshdeep Singh was getting. Mukesh too, yeah. Mukesh also. So because of that, when the sun was out, when KL Rahul and Sudarshan were batting at the start, remember there was rain, there was overcast conditions also at the start. So that's why it became difficult, but as the sun came out, it became easier to bat. But credit to Bjorn Hendricks and Keshav Maharaj for keeping it very tight. Now, the problem is Toni de Zorzi got 100, right? Which of the Indian batters did not get a big score? Sudarshan 62 was threatening but fell at the wrong time. You had Rahul looking good, but again, short ball, cut it straight to backward point. So he found the fielder and was out. But then Rinku got stumped. Then you look at even Samson, yet again, a lazy shot, inside edged it back onto the stumps. The rest, and as we said, the same thing I agree with you. On November 19th, India were playing with 4 number 11s. Here, 1 month later, they are still playing with 4 number 11s.
No, but this is actually because of the Arshdeep and to an extent Avesh that you still got past 200. Otherwise, you were in a situation where you wouldn't have even gotten to that. Today, Arshdeep's 18 is kind of come handy. But from that partnership between Sai Sudarshan and KL Rahul, you were well placed to have gotten that 250 that you were looking for. The only people, Ruturaj got out pretty early.
Yeah.
Tilak Verma was kind of struggling today.
Yeah.
Not really, coming into terms with these test match like conditions. But when Rahul and Sudarshan were batting, it did seem like that you'll go past 250, 260 and then India would have been in with a chance. But I think those two wickets that fell, and Sai fell soon after that, Rahul fell soon after that, Sanju Samson fell, Rinku Singh fell, and then as you said, the number 11s, no Akshar coming good today, no Kuldeep. So that's why you had that collapse in very point. My only point is I was looking at social media. Why were people trolling KL Rahul today? Lots of trolling for KL Rahul. Why? What did you expect him to do today? People are pointing out his strike rate 87. By the way, you're playing ODI cricket, where 100 is kind of a respectable strike rate. And today you're playing in a place which the conditions are not conducive. They're not conducive to be batting the test match conditions. You have to look at the conditions also. Na? I think under the circumstances, he batted well. Yes, you wanted 100 from him. But I think under the circumstances, you can't criticize either Sai Sudarshan or KL Rahul.
In fact, the conditions today at display showed you, and KL Rahul was the one to show you that if you were to dig deep, yes, there are runs that can be scored over here. Some of the Indian batters, otherwise, you look at Rinku as well today, Rinku, Tilak found it difficult. But again, Rinku, Sanju Samson, people who had some sort of a start, let's say Rinku got 17 again. But what did Sai Sudarshan and KL Rahul tell you? That again, if you were to apply yourself, which is something that the South African batters also did. They did have to bide their time. Like you said, ball was swinging around as well. At times, it kept low too. But again, South African batters played, had that safety first approach in mind. And then, of course, there was no scoreboard pressure. So they batted very smartly. The Indian batters weren't as smart on the day.
They couldn't stitch big partnerships. And against the discipline of the South African bowlers in the middle stages also and in the death, they just couldn't break out of their shell. And I mean, KL Rahul, look, everybody was trolling him for that 66 that he hit of 106 exactly a month ago. Okay, one boundary, wasn't showing any intent to rotate the strike or was not wanting to ensure he got runs going. Here, he tried, but then I think ill-opportune time. The timing of his dismissal, I think, was the main reason why people are trolling him. 56, short ball, could have hit it anywhere, but found the fielder at backward point.
What did everyone else do?
No one else did anything. That's why no one converted a start into a big score.
Some people are easy targets.
Yeah.
KL Rahul is, no matter what, you will target him.
Anyway, KL is easy meat. He gets unnecessary hate. But also exasperated by the fact that what he did in the final also now, it will actually give all the haters some legitimacy in that sense.
But you have to, as I said, you have to look at the conditions also that were on offer today. Now, you saw Sai Sudarshan that day playing really well, very fluent. The conditions were different. Today batted at a strike rate of 74. You shouldn't have a complaint. He's your highest run getter. He assessed the conditions and then batted accordingly. That's exactly what a mature batter has to do. It's ODI cricket again. The problem is that we keep having T20 cricket and we are the ones, by the way, here who point out that T20 you need to change your mindset.
Yeah.
For ODI cricket, I think you're on the right path. You've got to look at that sport differently. All white ball cricket isn't the same. I think questions if you really need to look at, I agree that Sanju Samson doesn't get a regular chance, but then that's what happens, right? Whenever you get a chance, he has to do something out of the ordinary. See, I agree that you're not in the, or you, if there is a bias or you're not really in the reckoning and some reason or the other you're always left out, I agree. But then what are you supposed to do if you're in a situation like that? Just come and
blow the door open.
Blow the door, kick the door down if they're not allowing you to put up. That's what he has to do. And I agree that at occasion they've been unfair to him, playing him the different format based on the World Cup that's happening. Sometimes not consistently, one game here, 2 game drop. All that I agree. But I'm just looking at it from his point of view. What do? You get a chance, you decide, no boss. Today, again, 100 you score today in these conditions. India wins. You'll remember this knock for very long.
And exactly, don't you think that how fickle the selection is of the Indian side? Even before the World Cup, Tilak Verma had a really good outing in the T20 side. He was added in the Asia Cup, one day Asia Cup, and he was in the reckoning for the World Cup also. Don't you think that if someone like a Sanju Samson comes in and has a blast of an ODI series, he scores somewhat like a 250, do you really think that he would not be given an opportunity? I feel he has been with the team with the team since a very long time, made his debut in 2014. I do agree with Sidvi sir a lot of times that he hasn't gotten that run continuously, but when you are playing for India, and there are a lot of players who have done so well in domestic season and don't even get one opportunity. Sanju Samson on the other had gotten so many opportunities. So if you have to make a mark, you have to do it in these many opportunities only, because yeah, international cricket is truly not, it's not fair for everyone. You have to make and fortune favors the brave again. He has never been brave, and I don't think that I don't even think that he deserves a place in this side, because then you're going back in time. He's not getting younger any.
See, it is not easy for being Sanju Samson. I'll tell you why, okay? You have been burdened with this situation, okay? Burdened with the fact that, okay, you're only going to get 1 or 2 chances. Only 1 or 2 chances. Now he's on a tightrope. Okay, if I play aggressively, I might throw my wicket away and get dismissed cheaply, number 1. But if I play too cautiously, I'll be accused of being selfish. What do I do?
Not at all. I don't agree. I am saying the first point I've conceded myself, that life's not been fair to him in that sense, that he's not got a consistent chance. We agree. Now what are you going to do? Either you sit and lament about it, keep crying, or you do something about it, that at least I'm better off than a lot of people. Paddy Shivalkar and Rajinder Goel did not get a chance. Right?
Rajesh Puri and all, yeah.
So they did not get a chance to play for India. Rajinder Goel, I have worked a lot with Mr. Gavaskar. He said the one bowler he feared was him. He did not get a chance. So either you be like that, then I can agree that he never got a chance. In his case, I agree life has not been fair, but he keeps getting these sporadic chances now. So you're better off than people or folks who many thought could have gotten a chance, whether it was a Rajinder Goel or a Paddy Shivalkar, or whether it was our women's national coach right now, Amol Mazumdar.
Yeah.
Right. But so you're better off than them. You get one of those chances, and I said today, you're talking about net run rate. I'm saying today's condition, you needed a 260, 270, right? If he had in that situation batted at run a ball, or even less than that, he was in a position, wickets had fallen, he could have taken India 260 across 260. He ends up with 60, 70 not out. You will remember this knock for very long.
And also, Abhimanyu Easwaran never got an opportunity. Great domestic season. He has travelled with the Indian side. Over there, you called Prithvi Shaw, Surya Kumar Yadav mid-series. Never got an opportunity. And after that, now he has been getting opportunities. Like Nikhil sir just said, if he opens the door, he will definitely get an opportunity.
But with Sanju, just to add to the fact that he's not been given the kind of consistency and he's been treated unfairly, that is an established fact. The other point is, again, the communication also hasn't been clear with Sanju Samson. At one point you told him, okay, you're going to be our finisher. Then suddenly he said, no, we have someone else as the finisher. Now we need middle order, but now we will not play you because KL Rahul got us those couple of knocks early in the year. So now your chances are done. The one position that was open then, because you had blocked out the other position.
Yeah,
so there's been
what happens? Communication was not clear with Ishan Kishan also. Now got a 200, he got dropped. Then you told him go and bat lower down the order. He played that inning in the Asia Cup where he took you close to winning a game. Now, so I am saying you're a batter, yaar. Your first instinct is to bat. Whatever today was not, today is a situation where you're not chasing 10 and over, that now you say, oh listen, pehle I was batting middle order, now you're telling me lower middle order, now finish it, bat at 200 strike rate, that's not my game, or whatever. That's not the case. Today you just bat. You bat. You spend 80 deliveries on the crease, yaar. Sai Sudarshan, a youngster, is coming and doing that. Nah. You do that today. Today no rush also. You're batting first. Anyway, team is in doldrums. All the time for you to get the runs. And by the way, this is what I said. You go to the IPL also. He'll play one or two outstanding knocks where you think like, he's God's gift to cricket, which he does seem like on occasion. He does have all the strokes. Very nice guy, by the way. Really, really nice, humble player. Very talented, has all the shots in the book. But then he'll flatter to deceive. It happens again and again and again.
And maybe we've seen the last of Sanju Samson. Why? Because first ODI didn't get to bat. Today got to bat. Third, you don't know if he gets to bat or not. After this, Just the IPL now you're seeing, even not in India colours. You're not playing any.
Yeah, you're not playing. But then see, Sanju is responsible for his own mess. You may see the selectors and all change their thing, but that is the nature of selection. Fickle. Changes according to the hour, according to the day, according to the situation. Sanju was in prime form until October 2022. But as I have said, the key reason for Sanju falling way behind was two things. One, he had that unfortunate injury which kept him out for 2 months. And second, Ishan and Rahul both capitalized. Both Ishan and Rahul.
And it started from that
January.
New Zealand tour, right?
No, not New Zealand. I'm saying when Sri Lanka came to India.
Because KL Rahul got you that 150 and a match winning
at Kolkata, yeah. Then Ishan Kishan and Shubman Gill both came and did well against New Zealand also. So that is why, if you look at it, Ishan and KL's contributions in January, February.
He's referring to the double hundred.
Yeah, that I understood.
And of course, Shubman Gill then managed to get runs in IPL and
that is Sanju Samson's fault only.
It is. Whatever is the situation with Sanju Samson, yes, part created by the BCCI, but that's the nature of the beast. Part his own fault. Because he's never shown that consistency when it mattered. You all accuse KL Rahul of not playing a good knock under pressure, right? Same. Sanju never capitalized.
No, but now you can't say that about KL Rahul anymore. There's been enough. Yes, again, the World Cup final will go against him, but the Australia game cannot go against him at all.
Today also, one other thing, he he's the captain, he very well could have kept the wickets and secured his position even more. He allowed Sanju to keep wickets. In that sense, see, an insecure player on an occasion would have said, why, he's the one who could push me going forward, let me be the keeper only. And it's happened a lot with Sanju, unfairly at that. Today allowed Sanju to keep wickets as well. And
kept well. I mean, he really kept well. As
I
a
don't
keeper,
think there's ever a doubt about his keeping.
only his batting.
Batting also so much talent.
But again, it's just that. So much unfulfilled potential.
The only other positive that India has had from this series, by the way, the Indian spinners not really doing the damage today. If they ever had a chance, I think the fast bowlers were all over the South Africans. Very, very lucky. Both the openers not having lost a wicket. On another day, today AajTak could have easily finished with 3 for 25 or 26. Easily. That's how well he bowled. But that's why I said the positive for India has been AajTak's bowling.
Yes.
In T20s, he was going for a few rounds. But in ODI cricket, we've seen him in both matches now back to back. Looking very, very good. And so is Mukesh, by the way.
Yeah.
The only one that I will raise a question against is Avesh, even though he did decently okay. What I'm saying is, the one thing that I've seen with him is that pace has dropped. With his famous, what does he do?
That's AajTak.
No, even Avesh has that grunt.
Is it? No, I don't know.
AajTak though I know. Yeah. But Avesh also has that grunt. With that grunt and that power that he shows. Avesh I was seeing today, early 130s.
Yeah.
He was a guy who was early 140s. And if there is a drop in that 10 kmph with the size and the build that he has, I think that's that one area where he needs to go back and get that pace a bit.
Because if he's not getting that, it's problem for him, because he relies a lot off the deck. He doesn't go for swing, he doesn't have that, not used to pitching the ball up, always looking for hard lengths, always looking to, he's off the deck bowler. If the deck's not helping enough and that pace has dropped, then he's got problems there as a bowler.
I kind of think that, see, in Johannesburg, he was getting movement in the air. Yes. Look at the Miller one. It swung away. You look at one individual, Vian Mulder, if I'm not mistaken. It swung late away swing, and that's why he was trapped LBW. Na? He's trying for movement in the air in South Africa. I don't know why he's not going for hit the deck. That's why his pace is also down. I noticed it in Johannesburg also.
Wasn't he seaming it that day? I think that was...
It was swing in the air. But of course, the Johannesburg wicket was naturally offering it because it was a fresh wicket. So that's why, and that's the only international you are probably playing this whole season there. Durban and Johannesburg, that's it. You've seen your international matches. You're going to see only 3 more games now in Paarl, Cape Town and Centurion. That's it. Because South Africa do not play international cricket after January 7th. In South Africa, they'll play the SA20 and then the South African team are going to New Zealand. That's why.
So the fast bowlers, AajTak positive. Mukesh has been very good ever since he's come into the Indian setup. And what I'm happy about is Tilak Verma is getting over. So his batting has left much to be desired. But Tilak Verma, the bowler, slowly and steadily is getting more overs. Today got 3. And he looks like a decent bowler. He's not just a makeshift bowler who's just rolling his arm. Looks like a decent bowler.
But I think the one bowler who should not bowl, and I think he may soon get reported as Sai Sudarshan. He does have a flex when he bowls. So
that one delivery, the first one in fact.
yeah.
That's what he noticed, and then he immediately went for the leg spin option. Also, I think that's the reason he went for the leg spin option.
Rinku bowled well.
Very well.
Got a wicket.
What a wicket.
Rinku, I don't know. Rinku's action reminds me of Virender Sehwag.
Yes.
Quite like Virender Sehwag.
Yeah. Maybe a slightly quicker version of it.
Where they are, maybe.
Viru would toss it up a little bit.
And
Yeah.
Viru would have that little pause right before he would be delivering the ball. Rinku just goes.
Actually, Viru had a leap. Rinku didn't have that much of a leap.
No, but that whole action now when he's throwing the
Yeah.
ball kind of reminded me of.
I
No,
like his
does-
celebration though.
Does Rinku's celebration remind us of someone?
What celebration do you do?
He went around like this.
Shoaib.
No,
Shoaib
no,
would do
no,
like
It's a
this.
spread
Yeah,
eagle, the aircraft. Yeah.
He had a reason for that also. For that aircraft celebration.
How as a kid he used to run.
Yeah, he used to run and he used to see the aeroplane
That's what I'm saying.
going.
He used to, as a kid, run in the fields and the aircrafts used to be going. Military aircraft or something like that.
But Sehwag
I read
not-
in his book.
But Sehwag not bowled because he had a chronic shoulder problem also towards the fag end of his career. Sehwag.
May have. I don't know.
I think he had a shoulder issue.
May have.
But Tilak Verma, the batsman, needs to step up now. Otherwise, what will happen is that eventually you'll start playing him only because of the reason that he bowls. I remember you did that with Deepak Hooda also.
No, but he's not that good a bowler.
Yeah.
Huda was more reliable. Huda had a 4 in New Zealand. I
Huda is a
remember.
better bowler, but
Yeah.
they also barely bowled Huda.
Yes.
Yeah.
But remember, if that is the case, then Tilak Verma might once again be pigeonholed as an IPL special guy only. Because see, he's at 350s. But ever since that period, and it's now been over 3 months now, his returns have dipped dramatically for Tilak Verma. And that's why problems, Nikhil talks about the test match kind of a pitch and condition. Now this is the challenge. Can he withstand the challenge of red ball cricket also then, going ahead? If you are looking at Tilak Verma, the future, that's a big if.
But if you have to look into his dismissal today, he got out while
A short
attempting
ball.
the shot. I remember a couple of other times he's been out trying to go for big shots. Him and Yashasvi, if you were to see two players who always played their shots, and that's where I see maybe that's it's the intent that he needs to work on a bit and know when to play. Percentage cricket, safe cricket, but otherwise I don't see technical deficiencies with Tilak Verma right now. When you know that there's somebody deep play and he doesn't look like one of those who's got a problem playing the short ball, just that he finds the fielder. He's not taken by surprise or anything. Couple of times I've noticed attacking shots and he ends up giving away his wicket.
That's the problem.
Today wickets went to Nandre Berger, the man who fetched just 50 lakhs. But picked up 3 wickets. I thought he deserved more.
He's a royal, right?
Bjorn Hendricks has made a comeback after a long time.
2 years, yeah.
Picked
Bjorn
up
Hendricks, yeah.
a wicket too.
He got Sanju's wicket.
Yeah. Picked up a couple, sorry.
Yeah, couple.
Not just one.
Yeah.
Keshav Maharaj picked up 2 but hasn't been sold.
Yeah.
Aiden Makra picked up a wicket, he may be losing his captaincy.
Yes.
So, South Africa may have won a game, but South Africa hasn't had a great time at the IPL.
Even Lizard is not in.
Yeah, no, unsold.
Yeah. And Rassi van der Dussen, not
Unsold.
picked. Got out to a part-timer.
Yeah.
What a day. December 19th, a memorable day.
Great day for Australia, not so great for South Africa.
Yeah. 55 crores from 3 players alone. Oof. 55 crores. And that too a guy who just is making a mark in the 100. Beat that. So 61 crores you include a head also. Head, Stark, Cummins and Spencer. Oof.
Do you want to take some savals?
Yes, please. Swal to swal. Okay. Sanket Joshi, hats off to you guys. Insane commitment. After 9-hour marathon stream, you guys are still fresh to analyze this game. Of course. We are always fresh and we are raring to go, my friend. Siddharth Das is saying, poor batting today. Yes, a below par total. It was. Okay, one gin, I can't take that. Sorry. Sarat Chandra, the day where IPL overhauled Indian cricket team match. I mean, yes, it was not unexpected. It was going to happen. Toni de Zorzi, Raj Dasgupta saying, good player, everyone loved the 100. Yeah, 9, 4, 6 sixes, looked assured. I mean, from Pretoria, not yet played the SA20, neither has he played the IPL. So, yeah, he could get a run in the SA20.
Finished it off with the big 6.
Yep, could play for Pretoria in the SA20 though.
And didn't shy away from playing his shots either. Looked pretty impactful.
Looked assured against spin.
Yeah.
Something that many South Africans have not been doing in this. So, Raj Dasgupta, he didn't play T20, so not in IPL. Yes, he's not played the SA20. He's played couple of games for Pretoria, but I think now the SA20, that system has been totally done. So, Fit Monk, Aussies, okay, sports fan doing this.
No, why are you not taking Fit Monk?
I will take after. I thought sports fan, then I'll take Fit Monk. Doing this live only to bash Sanju. No need to analyze this. Come on, yeah, sports fan. Every bilateral, yes. You can read into it or not read into it, but it is a bilateral.
Our job is to analyze.
Yeah.
Your job is to either decide to watch us or not. That's a choice that you have. We don't have that choice.
Yes.
Simple as that. So switch off if you're not interested in this bilateral series.
Absolutely.
And keep it on if you are. Simple as that.
Fit Monk. Aussies have winning in their DNA, be it World Cup final or IPL auction table. I mean, I would love to enjoy the 2023 that Mitchell Starc and Pat Cummins are enjoying, man. I mean, Ashes, they are the WTC champions, they are the World Cup winners. Now, both with 20 crore plus. What a life.
Okay, Sunil Acharya says Tilak should be kicked out of international cricket. That's a bit harsh, Sunil. But yeah, I think, if he does not really step up, then he may not continue to get these chances going forward. Raj Dasgupta says hopefully it will be a great match in Boland Park, Pal, which will be the decider between the two teams since it's 1-1.
And remember, KL Rahul doesn't have a good record there. Lost both his games there when last time they played. So
just go up, please, Shivam.
Is this true, Nikhil? Starc contract exceeds Wimbledon gentlemen single prize money.
I doubt.
No.
I doubt.
We did that, na? It was 45.
Yeah, but he may be looking at. But we had the total prize money, right? Or we just took the.
We just looked at the.
No, we looked at the total prize money, I think.
Yeah, I think the winner was 17.
We have the numbers, we'll check and get back. Yeah. I won't remember.
I remember total was 45 and I think the winner was 17. Yeah, I think he's right. Could be.
May have been. 17 CR.
Both Starc and Cummins have exceeded more than the Wimbledon gentlemen singles prize money. Man, oh man. When did you think cricket would exceed tennis?
Oh, it has.
Yep, freaking awesome. Both are one-sided ODIs. Hope the third one will be a thriller. The one team dominated SA at Aberha in ODIs is Pakistan. Yes, Pakistan have never lost an ODI to South Africa at Aberha. Played 4, won 3, no result 1. Yes.
They have not played even one game there. They played at Port Elizabeth.
Not that.
Yeah, in fact, India won only once in Port Elizabeth. That's the problem. Or Aberha. So, any more sawals?
Sanket Joshi says November 19, December 19. Both great days for Cummins. Of
course.
Definitely.
Today also the same thing. November 19th, a left-hander hitting a century and winning the game. Here, December 19th, a left-hander hitting 100 and winning the game.
And you're wearing yellow.
That's just by providence, my friend.
Akbar Rao says Gaikwad, Tilak, the biggest disappointment. Thoughts? We've already spoken about Tilak. Gaikwad too, I think. This particular
2 games have been disappointment. Because he did well in the 5-match T20 against Australia. But again, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's the way it is going to be. So,
Aditya Suryavanshi has a prediction. He says this IPL will be Virat Kohli's IPL. 973 will be in danger. Mark my words. Aditya will remember it if that was to happen. Well, if that does happen, it will make for an interesting T20 World Cup selection.
Why is that connected?
Our friend Chandresh Narayanan is here. He says, "So jao dosto, din ho gaya, lamba din tha." I agree. Oh, we enjoyed it.
But it flew. Just like that, it flew.
Yeah. Twice a bullet.
Yep.
Like a tracer bullet.
Exactly. Okay, you want to take Divyansh Devgan, Shashwat? What's this question? Okay, Divyansh Devgan is saying, shouldn't CSK have gone for Pat Cummins as he could have been a replacement of Dhoni as a captain. See, nah.
When he makes
we
himself.
had discussed it earlier.
Yeah.
A long-term captain cannot be a foreign player.
Yes.
They usually invest in a youngster, and I think somewhere CSK are betting in on Ruturaj Gaikwad. They don't need a replacement. I think they'll look at him.
Are you sure that they would be looking at
Yeah.
Ruturaj?
They were.
yeah.
I don't think CSK is a team that's going to invest in a foreign captain.
No.
They will have a long-term vision.
That to an English or an Australian player for sure, because you know when it comes to the Ashes or it comes to something big in the ICC scheme of things, they're going to be prioritizing national duty.
Jadeja was the good option that they could have explored. He didn't have a great season, half a season if I might add.
Yeah.
But I think the way they handled that situation wasn't great. Now what you've done after that, your comments, you've kind of closed the door on Jadeja, the captain.
Yeah.
So I think you'll have to go with someone new. And I think Ruturaj in that sense has been marked. He's now Indian team's vice captain on occasion. So I guess he's that guy.
But
whether he does well or not is time will tell. But I think they are ready to go. Anyway, you can't judge a book by its cover. He may be a quiet guy. Does not necessarily mean he may not be a good captain. CSK have already made a mistake once of not judging him right, where they thought that he did not have a spark and never gave him a chance. And when they gave him a chance, they realized. So I don't think that they'll do it.
But do you think it's right to close the door on someone like Ravindra Jadeja just on the basis of half a season?
No, but they already done it.
But
I thought at that time only the way they handled it was
They not only shut the door, they threw him under the bus, they ran the bus over him.
Yeah, that was unfair.
But wouldn't Jadeja having thoughts of becoming a franchisee
of course
captain?
he did. Of course he did. But you killed his dream. That's why he got upset. Of course he did. He had, I forget, franchise captain. He had national ambitions. You finished it.
And he looks someone who could handle
That's
that
another
role.
thing. We would have known. But I think you
And he
nipped
fits
it in
into
the
that
bud.
all format player, by the way.
Yeah.
Nipped it in the bud. Gurneer Kaur. Should Rohit play in T20 World Cup? Do you think our young players are ready to pressurize them? Because this is a free pass. They don't have any pressure, still not made out certain. I think what Gurneer is pointing out, which is interesting, that you are getting these chances to really prove yourself. And if you're not going to make most of it, then your seniors will continue. But having said that, I think in T20 cricket you already have someone like a Yashasvi who's being considered. There's a Shubman Gill there. I think Ishan Kishan also pretty unlucky not to be considered as an opener in T20. He should be. That's the preferred position he wants to bat at. And you've been telling him your time will come, your time will come. When is his time going to come? And in T20, Ruturaj may not be having a good time in ODI, but as we pointed out, T20 he's had a decent outing. So there are plenty of options there already. One final question.
Chandresh.
Okay, what does he say?
Till you play one-dimensional white ball squads where batters don't bowl and bowlers don't bat, nothing will happen.
True. By the way, the one other thing that really stands out with Indian team today, you're only playing specialists. Today only had specialist bowlers, specialist batters. Of course, okay, you gave Rinku some overs, Tilak some overs, that's another matter. We're typically playing a specialist. Where are the all-rounders? You didn't have an all-rounder. The only all-rounder you had today to an extent was Akshar Patel.
Yeah.
And that's the problem that India has in white ball cricket at the moment. Lack of all-rounders. You need to start grooming. And what's worse, in IPL you're having that impact player, you're making it even worse.
Correct.
So at least that is the first rule, throw it out. Get rid of it. Allow all-rounders to flourish. Encourage all-rounders to come through. That's when...
You even have it in SMAT, the impact rule, because of that. So you're more further down ruining the whole system.
Exactly.
In fact, you such is the need of having that sort of a culture and sort of fostering and nurturing all-rounders in India, that at the moment 2 names that come to my mind who are the most expensive all-rounders are non-Indians. You've got Pat Cummins, who was in the all-rounders category today, and the other name I can think of...
Katsuya
went in the all-rounders pack.
Oh yeah, he did.
He
he went in the all-round. Yes.
He did.
It's right there.
He did. I remember. He went in the all-rounder pack. He didn't come in the fast bowling pack.
Stark was in the fast bowlers.
Yeah.
Strange. Stark a better bat than Cummins.
Isn't who's that fast bowling all-rounder? The youngster who went for decent amount today.
Arshil Kulkarni.
Arshin Kulkarni, yeah. 20
He's
lakhs.
the new fast bowling all-rounder.
No, but after the last under 19 World Cup, it was Raj Angad Baba. You didn't nurture him, so.
Yeah, I think Arshin Kulkarni is going to
Base
LSG.
price,
Rupees
yeah.
20 lakhs base price. The next Hardik Pandya.
Yeah,
No,
fast
you
bowling.
even Raj Angad Baba, I remember you said that he's the next Hardik Pandya. He even was quick with the ball. He came in the IPL season for 1 year and then he disappeared. So
Except for
Unsold disciple.
except for Shubman Gill and Prithvi Shaw. None of your under 19 stars have gone on and made it big in the IPL. If you look at it.
Yashasvi, from that batch, if you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about
In general?
22. 22, I'm saying no one made big.
From 22, yeah.
20,
22.
Bishnoi to a certain extent and Yashasvi. 20.
Yeah.
18 was the best. You had Shubman and
Shubman,
Prithvi doing
Prithvi.
well. 16, Pant hasn't set the IPL stage on fire.
But he has set the international stage.
That is, I'm talking about only IPL specific.
Then in that year, you even had
Washington,
Prithvi,
Ishan.
no, Ishan, not Prithvi, and who else was there?
Ishan was there.
Anukul Roy again hasn't.
So
made
that's
a mark.
Yep.
That was the other.
18.
That was before.
18. Sanju and Kuldeep were 14. Only 12. No one made it out of 12 that well. Hanuma Vihari.
No, but from the Yashdul's batch, there are a few people.
But Unmukh Chand is going to US.
And he flattered to this team.
That was a very... 12 is a cursed batch. 2012. Who won the title, but then nobody made it except for Hanuma Vihari.
That too in red ball cricket.
Yeah. Aparajit got stamped up by CSK. That's it.
He went unsold today, Hanuma Vihari.
Yeah, he did.
But he
What-
was with the Delhi Capitals a few years back.
He was one of the first members in the SRH camp when it was formed. He was there, Hanuma Vihari.
Okay, on that note, I know there are lots more questions, but we've had a very long day.
Yes.
So apologies for not answering all. But do check out some. If you were part of our IPL live coverage, and thank you so much. If you missed it, we put certain snippets of our analysis of those IPL. Do check that out. We also will be coming live tomorrow in the dugout, and that's when we're going to pick now, based on all squads being complete, which is the strongest squad. That's what we'll analyze tomorrow.
So tomorrow could be another long dugout where we do all the teams, or maybe we can do 5 or whatever.
We'll do all teams.
All.
Another marathon dugout coming
One
up.
hour.
No, 1 hour it won't be possible for us
We'll
to
be
do
able
10
to do it in
teams.
See, because 3
10
teams
teams
will
you-
dominate.
10
RCB,
teams you can't
CSK, MI. That 3 will dominate.
Once you, well, tell you the way what we'll do, how we'll do, it'll finish.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Indeed.
See you guys tomorrow. Take care.
Nandri Burger.
Bye bye. Vanakkam.
Nandri Burger.
Shabbat.